Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just get a sense that any feelings of stress, worry, or tension is leaving your body in your outward breath. As you breathe in and breathe out, notice that if there is any tension in your neck or your shoulders, you can just release that tension, position your body in a way where you're able to feel comfortable, feel relaxed. As you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to imagine a mountain by the side of a forest, perhaps in a very distant land. Maybe somewhere in the Arctic Circle, northern Canada, maybe Alaska. I want you to see the beauty of the terrain, the nature. Maybe there's large pine trees, conifers, snow-capped mountains. And I want you to imagine you're there in that terrain. There's something about the pureness, the cleanness of the air, that when you breathe in, there's a clean, cold air going in through your nose. And when you exhale, you can feel the warmth and maybe even see the warmth of your breath leaving your body, giving you a sense of absolute calm and tranquility, giving you a sense of feeling so deeply relaxed. That's right. As you breathe in and breathe out, notice your surroundings. Maybe there's snow on the ground. Maybe there isn't. Maybe there's a gentle breeze. And I want you to imagine you're on the edge of the forest, looking up at that large, magnificent mountain. There are many symbolisms of power and strength. And I want you to imagine there is the strength and power within you that doesn't move, that doesn't change, that is innate. And I want you to imagine that this mountain represents all of the power and the strength that can never change and does never change. You have the power of destiny. You can make choices to change your future. That is power. You have the power to learn new things and improve your life. That is strength. You always can access the courage to do things that feel daunting or beyond reach. Courage is strength. And as you look up at this large, magnificent mountain, the mountain represents your inner strength and power that can never be taken. Even if you're sick, even if you're tired, there is an element of power and strength that is constant. This is not a small mountain. This is a magnificent, large mountain. And allow yourself to feel a sense of awe and reverence for this mountain. And know that you possess the same strength and power within you. As you continue to focus on this mountain, noticing what you notice, perhaps the snow-capped peak, trees rising up the lower part of the mountain, the rocky crevices. Observe the mountain and accept that you are strong and powerful. that you have an innate ability to overcome any challenge, that you are confident and you are capable. The mountain represents this enormous scale of power and strength that can never be taken. I want you to imagine that you're now walking towards the mountain with the intention of climbing the mountain. And this mountain, as much as it represents the power and the strength, mountains throughout history have been a symbol of adversity and challenge. And there is a part of you that has been seeking power and control within your imagination. But that is a cowardly way of trying to find control. The brave way is to find a challenge, to find adversity, and to overcome that challenge and that adversity. I want you to imagine you're wearing whatever clothing is appropriate to climb the mountain. And as you start walking up the mountain, accept that you are strong and powerful. As you see the mountain as being a challenge, accept that you have the ability to overcome any challenge. Accept that you are confident and you are capable, and feel that inner strength growing within you. Because as you accept that the power and the strength is already within you, notice how the desire to look outside of yourself disappears. Challenges become your new fantasy. Setbacks are opportunities. The real sense of power and control is being willing to accept that there are certain things you can't control, but there are many things that you can. When climbing up a mountain, you're not in control of the weather, the ice, the wind around you. You're only in control of yourself. Continue to imagine yourself climbing the mountain, taking one step at a time, feeling a sense of accomplishment and pride with each step. Imagine yourself feeling the strength and power of the mountain within you, filling you with energy and determination. I want you to imagine that somewhere on that same mountain is a bear. Bears don't need to motivate themselves. Bears don't need to psych themselves up by listening to music. The bear just accepts that they're powerful and strong. And I want you to imagine that you're harnessing the strength of that bear deep within you, that you accept that you are more powerful and stronger than you can possibly imagine. And as you continue to climb that mountain, accept that you are unstoppable, that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Accept that you are strong and powerful like a bear. Feel the impact of these words resonating within you. But more importantly, know that they are true. The potential of a human is infinite. It's simply restricted by the distortion of our beliefs, our judgments, our fears and insecurities. So accept that you are unstoppable, Accept that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Accept that you are strong and powerful, and that adversity and challenges are your friend. Because people become more powerful and stronger, proportionate to the demands that test them. Feel the power of these words resonating within you. Accept and know that they are true. You are capable of overcoming any challenge and achieving any goals or visions that you have for the future. I want you to imagine perhaps you've been walking up this mountain, maybe for hours or even days. Now imagine that you are at the peak of the mountain. You have overcome whatever challenge, whatever adversity has been facing you. I want you to imagine that you're looking out at the incredible landscape, including the forest below. Feel a sense of accomplishment and pride as you take in the beauty around you. Feel a connection with yourself. Feel a sense that sometimes challenges and adversity are there to test us. And I want you to imagine that, what if the real challenge is finding that self-acceptance, that intimacy, that connection, even when you're not at your best? What if that's the mountain to climb? I wonder, in a world or a universe with infinite parallel universes, there is a version of you that is struggling with their health and is still able to know they are strong, to know they are capable, that has this ability to form connections, friendships, relationships, that have an amazing quality of life, even though their health is limited. And I want that part of you that dreams of control and power to admire that version of you in that parallel universe. Because that is true strength. That is true courage. That is true power. And that is also possible within your reality, even though your health will continue to improve. Each day, in every way, in tiny steps, things are improving and getting better and better in each and every way. There you are on the top of that mountain looking down. You are strong and powerful. You are confident in your abilities, and you're capable of achieving your dreams and living the life that you desire. Imagine raising your hands over your head like you're Rocky, having sprinted up the steps of the town hall. I want you to imagine you're celebrating on the top of that mountain, feeling a connection of freedom, strength, and power. Bask in that feeling of strength and power within you, and know that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to, and that you have the strength and resilience to overcome any obstacle. Isn't that how diamonds are made? The intense pressure, those carbon molecules fuse together to become valuable and precious because of the pressure they were able to withstand. You are valuable, you are safe, and you are strong. And if the part that has been dreaming of power and control now sees finding the courage within. Overcoming adversity is the ultimate expression of strength and power and control. Let me know by nodding your head. That's right. Feel the strength of that bear within you. Emotional strength, psychological strength, resilience, power. Feel it within you as you return to the present, accepting that the forest, the bear, the mountain are all thoughts within thoughts, ideas within ideas, dreams within dreams, and you return to the present listening to my voice as you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, get a sense that all parts returning to this moment in this present right now. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, you will awaken feeling resourceful, strong, powerful, with a better outlet to demonstrate your courage, strength, and power. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.